Hey guys, how's it going and welcome to the biggest transfer flops. Today I'll be showing you some of the worst transfers in football history. So yeah, let's go. So starting off this team in goal, it's the former Tottenham goalkeeper Aurelio Gomez. Moving on to the first defender in the team, it's the ex-Everton defender Julian Lescott. He cost Manchester City 24 million and to be honest I could have filled this team with the top 10 Manchester City flops from the last few seasons alone. Emmanuel Adebayor, Joe, Wayne Bridge, Roque Santa Cruz, even Robinho all failed to set the Etihad alight after their big money transfers. Despite Lescott being a great defender at Everton, he looked completely out of his depth at City. Oh well, what's 24 million to an oil-loaded sheikh, eh? Alongside Lescott, it's the Brazilian defender Felipe Melo, who cost Juventus 20 million for Fiorentina. He was actually voted the worst player in Serie A in his first season. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? Partnering Felipe Melo is probably one of the most iconic defensive flops of all time, Jonathan Woodgate. He went to Real Madrid for 13.5 million and he actually scored an own goal and then gets 2 yellow cards and gets himself sent off on his debut. The next player in the team is the ex-Fulham defender Paul Konchesky. He cost Liverpool 3.5 million as well as 2 of Liverpool's youngsters, Lauri Dalavalle and Alex Kakanicic, going the opposite way. Konchesky only played 15 times in his career for Liverpool and it all seemed to be over as soon as Roy Hodgson got sacked and Kenny Dalglish came in January. He was sold to Leicester City in summer later. Moving on, we go to the Brazilian international Kaka, who moved from Milan to Madrid for £57.2 million. He was one of the best players in the world at the time in my opinion, so for no reason should this have been a flop transfer, but it was. Kaka didn't fit in at Real Madrid and was later sold. The next person to make it into this team is the legend card himself, Shevchenko. At the time, he was one of the best strikers in the world and had a great relationship with Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich. And so what Roman wants, Roman gets. It is believed to have said that the Chelsea manager at the time had nothing to do with the transfer, and Chelsea paid 30 million to secure his service. Next up is Stuart Downing, who cost Liverpool £20 million and was a massive flop for Liverpool. But like most players that leave Liverpool, he's doing well, just like Andy Carroll at West Ham right now. But Downing did leave Liverpool for West Ham £5 million, which is a loss of 15 million, which is crazy. It was one of those horrific deals for Liverpool. And now we move on to Andy Carroll, who cost Liverpool £35 million. He had been a one-season wonder at Newcastle, and Newcastle were offered 20 million for him, but somehow got 35 million for him. It was one of the worst signings for Liverpool, and they have signed quite a few shit players: Aquilini, Downing, Coates, Charlie Adam, and the list goes on. But yeah, 35 million was a stupid amount of money to spend, especially in a player who was just a one-season wonder. But moving on, and in my opinion, the worst transfer in football history, it has to be Fernando Torres. The Spanish international cost Chelsea £50 million from Liverpool and he didn't settle in. And we all know what Torres will be remembered for, that Man United game when it was 3-1 to United at the time and Torres somehow gets around David De Gea and only has to put the ball in the back of the net and somehow skies it. It was so bad at one stage of Chelsea's career that I felt as though the whole nation felt sorry for Torres at how bad he was doing. The final player to make it into the team is Robbie Keane. Liverpool purchased Keane from Spurs for £20 million. Now being honest, Robbie Keane is a decent player. He's been a good poacher in his career, but his price tag weighed heavily on him and he didn't really fit into the Liverpool team. And Spurs bought him back a couple of seasons later for 12 million. Not bad business on Spurs' behalf. And there is your transfer flop team, guys. Let me know what you think about this team. Who do you think is the biggest flop of all time? Hope you have a great day, and if you enjoyed the video then please do let us know by hitting the like button and subscribe for daily FIFA content.